Hey! When you work in Blender, reference images are often just as important as the model itself. But switching between Blender, folders, and other apps can quickly break your focus. BoardRef keeps your reference images and notes directly inside the 3D viewport, so everything stays close to your work. It is useful for concept artists, modelers, sculptors, texture artists, environment artists, and anyone who works from visual references. To begin, choose the viewport where you want BoardRef to appear. This is especially useful when you use multiple viewports, because the board only appears in the one you select. Now enable BoardRef and start interaction. While interaction is active, you can move and resize the boards, select images, edit notes, and control everything inside them. When you are finished, stop interaction and continue working normally in Blender. You can load one image or several images at the same time. BoardRef supports up to 4 independent boards, making it easy to separate characters, environments, materials, lighting, or different design ideas. Each board keeps its own images, notes, position, color, opacity, and layout settings. You can switch between boards from the list or use the eye icon to hide a board without deleting its content. Drag any edge to move a board and drag a corner to resize it. Inside the board, use the mouse wheel to zoom, the middle mouse button to pan, and Fit View whenever you want to frame all the content again. Click an image to select it. Hold Shift to select multiple images or drag across an empty area to create a selection box. Selected images can be moved together, and you can use Control and the mouse wheel to scale the entire selection. To remove an image, select it and press the Delete key. You can also delete several selected images at the same time. When you want a cleaner layout, use Arrange Images. Padding controls the space between the images, and Columns lets you choose how many images appear in each row. If some images are selected, Arrange only affects that selection. If nothing is selected, it arranges every image on the active board. Each board also has its own appearance settings. You can adjust the board opacity without changing the images, control image opacity separately, and enable custom color to give each board its own background color. You can also add notes directly inside the board. Notes are useful for reminders, feedback, design decisions, or anything you want to keep beside your references. Each note can have its own text and text color. You can enable a solid background when you want the note to stand out, and notes can be moved and scaled just like images. BoardRef saves the complete setup with your Blender project. When you reopen the file, your boards, images, notes, positions, visibility, appearance settings, and layouts are restored. Interaction starts disabled after loading, so you can continue using the viewport without accidentally moving anything. The images remain external files. When you want to keep the project organized, use Collect Board Images. BoardRef copies all the images used by your boards into a dedicated folder beside the Blender file, then updates the project to use relative paths. This makes the project easier to move, archive, or share, while your original image files remain untouched. Once everything is organized, stop interaction and continue working normally. BoardRef keeps your references visible without getting in the way. Whether you are building a character, designing an environment, studying materials, or planning a complete scene, it helps you stay focused and keep your visual ideas inside the Blender workflow.